Hey, what's up there? Welcome to my Mahogany Sweets. Please hit the subscribe button. I want to come and talk to y'all about the Love and Hip Hop New York alumni. You know, we're on season 10. They brought back all of the castmates from the original season. And Kimbella and Yandy have finally came to heads. Okay, so that is what I want to focus on and talk about. Anyway, so the history between Yandy and Kimbella is they both were really, really close and cool. I know a lot of people do not like Yandy. They feel that she's fake. They feel that she's a liar. They feel that she throws rocks high hands and stuff like that. But this is how I feel about Yandy. I personally respect Yandy as far as her trying to build a brand, her drivenness into a career, and doing what she does. I feel that's great, and I agree with her as far as trying to protect her image and how she is portrayed. Anyone with any common sense would do that, you know what I'm saying? So it's not her fault that the other young ladies behave in a certain way on camera and Yandy doesn't. Everyone comes to the age, because I remember back when I was younger, I was one of them people like, what I think, how I feel, that's just what it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to hide anything. I don't care where I'm at. I am going to address and show how I feel, my emotions, whether good or bad or indifferent. I did get into a lot of fights when I was younger, argumentative, and basically what you would classify as ghetto, as ratchet. I once did live by that. My mother, on the other hand, and my grandmothers were completely different in how they dealt with things, and they used to always try to tell me, like, look, you cannot behave like this just because that's how you feel. It's the time and place for everything, you know, so basically all of that. And as I grew and matured, I agreed, no, I am not going to act the same way on a television show or deal with things the same way that I would inside my household. And that does not make a person fake. That makes a person wise and mature. So to me, Yandy, the way that she handled things, it does not bother me. I feel it's smart. I feel that she would be a great mentor from what we do see to any young lady as far as being a role model, as far as being business oriented, career oriented, as far as being classy and representing themselves in a positive way on television or when they're out at events or any of that. So a lot of people are giving Yandy her time for that. I don't see no problem with it. If I'm out in public and a disagreement or something happened, like I was one of them people who used to go be fighting in public at clubs and all that kind of stuff. No, as I matured, it was retarded. It was dumb, bad behavior that I hope to never lower myself to again. You know what I'm saying? So we have Kimbella on the other hand. Kimbella is pretty out there. She is not going to hide or sugarcoat things or try and represent herself in a different way when she's out in public. You know, you have what they call table talk, and then you have what they call, you know, when you're out and about talk. Some people are going to have table talk anywhere, and some people are not, and it doesn't make them fake. That's just how they choose to handle and deal with things, and I see nothing wrong with that. But Kimbella's out there. Kimbella gonna fight. Kimbella gonna say what she needs to say, and I, to a degree, don't have any problem with that. Just all in how you choose to do it, and being a grown woman with kids out fighting ain't how anyone should be doing it. So that's why, in my opinion, Chrissy is really trash. Like, you too old to still be out here trying to bully people, trying to fight people and do all that. Like, come on. At some point, you got to grow up. You have to think on a higher frequency than that. But let's get back to Kimbella and Yandy. So, Kimbella brings up to Yandy, like, when I was getting my ass beat, you didn't do nothing to me. You should have jumped in. And when you think of it like that, initially, I'm thinking, like, Kimbella, what the heck is wrong with you? You have befriended the girl who beat your ass, but you want to fight and got this major vendetta against a girl who did try to break it up. And as they delve deeper into it, I understand why Kimbella's upset. It goes deeper than just that one fight. It was the overall accumulation of what their relationship has been, where Kimbella has been a ride or die for Yandy. But this is where Kimbella, you have to know what type of friends you have. My mama always taught me from a young age, like, if you're out in the streets and you get into something, expect to be in it by yourself. Do not do anything or be involved in anything that you cannot handle on your own. You know, you have to put your big girl panties on. So that's how I always walk through life. If I'm out and get to some crap with someone, I've never depended or looked to my friends to do anything. But also, you have to know what type of person they are. If Yandy will not get up and fight for herself, what makes you think that she's going to jump into a fight on your behalf? So I feel that Kimbella probably should have weighed that. If you're the type who's going to fight, cool. But you have to look at and know what type of friends that you have, if they are the type who's going to fight or not. And Kimbella is right. Yandy did kind of use her as a little bit as a pit bull for her, because Yandy right is not going to get out there and fight. I don't know if it's necessarily because she's scared or fearful, but we definitely know it's because of her image. She does not want to be seen as a woman out fighting and or arguing, you know. So Yandy should have looked at that. If I'm going to fight for her, then I need to do that, not expecting her to do that for me, since she is not, that's not her personality type. That does not make Yandy fake that her personality is she don't want to fight. Now, what does make Yandy fake is the fact that you are using this girl to fight for you, since you don't want to do it yourself for whatever reason. But, so Kimbella, as we've seen in previous seasons, she would come to bat, like when Yandy was in disagreement with her Mendeezy's ex-girlfriends or baby mothers. It was Kimbella who she would call to be her backup, to be her fighter, her pit bull or whatever. So I understand now why Kimbella feels used. Like, okay, you didn't fight for me. You watched me get my ass beat. You was using me to be your pit bull. And I personally think that Kimbella is somewhat more mad at herself for allowing herself to be used in that way when she was dealing with a person who is not going to do or be that way for her. But she's projecting it onto Yandy. So in her mind, she's probably looking at it, it's easier for me to go ahead and make up with Chrissy, the girl who beat my ass, dog walked me, because me and her already did not really have a relationship like that. So she doesn't look at what Chrissy did as foul play. She look at it, okay, that was some shit I ended up getting into in the streets, and we can move past that now. Where with Yandy, they had a closer bond, closer ties, and were basically best friends. So that is why she is having a harder time being able to let go the offenses she feel Yandy made towards her than what Chrissy did. And part of her might still be scared of Chrissy. And because I was trying to figure out too, like, why it seemed like Kimbella is trying to get Yandy and Chrissy into a fight. And I believe that Kimbella is trying to now use Chrissy as her pit bull. Like, okay, I'm pissed off at Yandy. I feel Yandy done played me, used me. All right, the same chick who beat my ass on TV. I want to see Chrissy beat her ass on TV too. I want Chrissy to handle my dirty work. So she's technically doing the same thing that she's pissed off at Yandy about, which is trying to instigate between, well, Yandy didn't instigate anything between them, but trying to use Chrissy to fight Yandy for her. So tonight she threw the drink, which finally showed us that she is willing to, I guess, fight herself. Kimbella, as far as I'm concerned, willing to fight herself. And Yandy, I seen her sitting there, right? Okay, because what happened, right? I didn't even tell y'all what happened. So in last night's episode, the guy on there, I'm sorry, I cannot remember his name. I can't think of it at the moment. He had a slumber party for all the ladies who helped with his event, which was Kimbella, Samaya, Yandy, San Santana, and I believe that may have been it, or it might have been one more person. So, of course, he being messy, but trying to hide his hand, he tells Samaya, like, here, let's play Truth or Truth, ask a question. So, it was already staged for him to have Samaya do his dirty work, which was bring up the beef between Yandy and Kimbella. So, she brings up, like, okay, it's tension between y'all. What is the problem? Kimbella is the one who took the lead on what her problem was, and that's when she brought up her feeling that Yandy was not being a good friend to her, that Yandy watched her get beat up and did not do anything when she has always been there and been willing to fight, throw some blows and take some blows on Yandy's behalf. So Yandy had a smart mouth, okay? She was talking real greasy, real slick or whatever, because she said, so, oh, you got a problem with me after the girl who beat your ass, kicked you in your face and in your vagina that was spread out to the world. She was talking greasy or whatever. But to be honest, I was glad to finally see her talk like that. I believe Yandy came to the place of like, okay, this is going to continue on. This is what she want. I'm going to give it to her. Fine. Let's go ahead and go there because this is not coming to any resolve and I'm tired of it. But you know who else I really want Yandy to get into is Chrissy. I want her to put Chrissy in her place. Using words, not violence. But anyway, so Yandy started talking greasy to her because at that point, I believe Yandy was looking at how I was. Like, how are you mad at me just because she beat you up and I tried to break it up? And she looked at it like, that's enough. That should suffice. But Kimbella whole thing is, no, it goes deeper than that. This has been an ongoing thing with you not being the same type of friend towards me that I have been to you. And you cannot expect that from people. For people to be and do what you do, you have to realize what the person you is, what you're dealing with, and how they are, and then move accordingly. But Yandy, I don't know if she still hasn't figured that out. Like, this goes deeper than just that one fight. You have been using her as a friend. That's how it reads to me. You've been using her as a pit bull to do your dirty work for you, to fight your battles. But anyway, then Kimbella throws the drink at her. They continue to talk, and Kimbella's talking mad crap, and Yandy just standing there still. And I believe in that moment she was just calculating, like, okay, this chicken threw a drink at me. I already know she been trying to instigate fights. She wants my ass beat, basically. She has it out for me. And in some situations, the best thing to do is go ahead and handle it head on. Because now this situation has come to a head. Y'all can get this over with and be done with it. And Yandy went on ahead and said, you know what? I'm about to get back at this bitch. Like, she calculated, like, okay, yeah, I'm on TV, but I'm tired of this shit. I'm about to go ahead and stand up for myself and fight. And that's pretty much what they was doing, about to do anyway. People were there trying to break it up. But I think Yandy should definitely have defended herself. And I think that it is good that they finally had this conversation. I wish they would have talked about it better for Kimbella to actually break down all the reasons why she's upset at Yandy. What she should have been done is came to her. And y'all was best friends. Best friends make mistakes. Sometimes it's rocky in a friendship. You know, I've had my experiences with that. Go ahead and sit down and talk to her. These are the things that you have done and been doing that I have an issue with. And y'all talk it out and come to a resolve, which that didn't happen in that way. But I believe it's still healthy that they are tackling and getting out the way. Because guess what? Now, since this has happened, Kimbella, in my opinion, is going to back up. Because now she knows, like, okay, Yandy willing to scrap. Because sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to let people know, like, look, I can go there if I need be. And that can diffuse and dead an issue once it comes to those terms. Or what Kimbella is going to do is she's going to go and get reinforcement to be like, okay, well, now I know Yandy is scrap. Let me make sure I got somebody there with me. And probably jump her, basically. But that is what happened tonight. And I don't know what's going to go on in the next episode. I personally feel that as much as I feel once you reach a certain age, you shouldn't be fighting, but everyone should have let them go ahead and box it out. Go ahead and box it out. Get this tension out, and so y'all can be done with it. Everything's out on the table, and either decide to fix what's fractured in y'all friendship, or let y'all friendship die. You know, I had a friendship. We actually did come to blows. This was actually probably about like 3-4 years ago. We actually did come to blows or whatever. And just recently, we got back in contact with each other. We were friends since high school or whatever. So I would say for about 7-8 years. I mean, no, my calculation way off. It's longer than that. It's been quite some time or whatever. So we just recently got back into contact with each other. And my other best friend actually passed away some years ago. From a brain aneurysm. So I've seen a lot of death around me. As far as I've actually held dead bodies in my arms, held a person as they were dying in my arms and stuff. So I've seen, and it's been a lot of death around me, and it's kind of been changing my mind about how I feel about people and how we handle our relationships and what should matter and what shouldn't, and how always look at it in your friendships, relationships, whatever it is. Always try and look at it as, if this person would die tomorrow, would I still care about whatever it is I'm upset with them about? Would it still matter to me? Or would I want to be able to see, hold, touch, talk to that person? And that's how you should look at it. A lot of stuff that we argue and hold grudges about with family members, friends, and stuff, it's important, but it's really not that important. Trust me. Trust me. So the best thing to do is just to be open and honest, not do the passive-aggressive stuff, not do the lash out about one thing when it's really that really don't even sum up what the total problem is. Just begin to be mature and go and talk to that person head on. Because they could have, Yandy and Kimbella could have solved this so long ago if she would have just said, "Here, I need to talk to you. I don't feel you're being a good friend to me. I feel that you're using me as your pit bull, and you're not wanting to," like, they could have addressed this to where it wouldn't have got this far, and they could still have a friendship, because the friendship is much greater than all of the other stuff, you know. But that's just my thoughts on it. And that's what I wanted to say. I'm trying to see how it's going to progress from here, because this is very interesting to see Yandy finally say, "You know what? I'm going to throw some shit and some blows too." It was very interesting, which Kimbella might be mad about that. Like, well, you wasn't willing to fight before, but now you willing to fight me? Which, though, you throwing stuff at her, you throwing drinks at her, what can you expect? It seems to me, although Kimbella is pointing out Yandy flaws in the friendship, she has her own, as far as you feel that you are supposed to be able to behave and do anything, and there's nothing wrong on your end, which it is. She has done some stuff she should have been doing in the friendship as well. That's all. Let me know what y'all think about their friendship and about last night's episode, and where y'all think it's going to go from here.